Greetings to you. One who serves here. Yes, it is the other one who serves, not the one you had last time. We will try to be funny too. Okay? Try to keep you entertained somewhat. We do not have a message at this time, but we only wish to say that you are all on the right track. As you have spoken earlier in your group discussion about coming together in the group process here. Not as individuals but also part of a group. Part of a deeper, higher level of understanding. As this group, you have a responsibility if you wish to allow for this. As a part of this group, and with this responsibility, you are creating this new level of light within the higher levels of consciousness here. You are creating the creation that you want. We all have this ability. It is inherent within us as the creator process that we are. You have simply forgotten. Many of you have forgotten the creative ability that you have. It has been shrouded over by the programming you have become accustomed to hear. But as you have heard many times, the veil is dropping. As the veil continues to drop, so too will the programming. So too will your understanding of who you are not. For you are to understand who you are. As you continue to allow this process to develop as a group, you are coming together and creating an entirely new world, an entire new understanding. We said we did not have a message, but we lied, I guess, ha. We are now ready for questions. Ashira is standing by too.
Question: when are we going to know that our DNA has changed?
Ashira. You will know because you will be awake and aware. You will know because it has happened. It is something in progress and continues to be in progress. When you go through the healing chambers, you will step out with full understanding. It is not something you have to prepare for or work for. This is something that is occurring now. When it is complete, you will say, wow. I have a new understanding, a new belief, and I am a whole person.
We wish to say here that it is already in the now. The process that is occurring is already happening. Your DNA is shifting. Your pineal glands are opening and your high hearts are reawakening once again. There are many things that are going on that are happening behind the scenes around the world, but also within your own inner world here that you may not be aware of yet. Including your very cellular structure that are becoming more crystalline. This is all about us that are happening. That does not mean that you can go to the medical profession here and have the tests that will tell them that your body is now crystal. That is not going to happen. They are not going to say, oh, your pineal gland is wide open. They are not going to say that because they do not know what the pineal gland is for the most part, other than it is a particular gland. They do not know the processes that are involved with this. In terms of the higher frequency processes here and what happens here. And, by golly, they will not know anything about this high heart thing here. Ha. They only know of the heart. The chakras? Forget that too. There is so much change that is happening, but it is happening in the deeper levels within you. At the higher levels within you. But as you have come to understand, more and more, everything that is happening with you first manifests in the higher levels and then moves downward from this. So just continue, keeping on here. You are on the right track. Okay?
I have a lot of people coming to my door to talk me into becoming one with their religion. I bless them with love, but they are very persuasive. What can I tell them, or can you tell me what I should do?
Yes. Don't open the door. Ha. Literally and figuratively as well. Don't open the door. You see? They are who they are and you are who you are. You are in your awakening process and they are in their own awakening process. They may be a little slower than you consider necessary here. But you are you and they are they, so let the process to happen. All will not come along on this ascension process at this time. That is for sure here. Many more will than if this had happened in your December 21st, 2012 time. Many were to ascend at that time, you know. But many more will now, because you as a collective consciousness have sat back and waited for them and assisted them to come along. It is as Sananda has said. You are running this marathon race, and in this year you are ready to spring across the finish line. There are those of you who are jogging, trying to get to the finish line. There are those of you who have slowed to a crawl here. And there are those of you who have stopped entirely and will not continue. It is up to you. Those who have sprinted across the finish line can turn right around and help those who are struggling behind. That will be your mission if you choose to accept it. Sounds like Mission Impossible, no? Ha ha. But it is true. That will be your choice. Does this answer your question? It is not what you say. It is how you respond or act around them. That is what will make the difference here. When they are ready, they will ask for your help.
We know that there are many out knocking on doors to save people because there is a common concern about the value of people in this world. This is something that has been going on for a long time, we know this. These are people in the three-dimensional existence. These are people viewing the world through a specific viewpoint, from the Bible and all these things that you have moved beyond. It may seem right to not open the door, but if you want to have a conversation with these people and tell them that you love them, that is wonderful. If it is not something you want to do, then do not get into it with them at this point in time. After the event, many more people will have their eyes wide open. Many more will be willing to listen. Be patient a little longer and be in your heart. Everybody on this planet deserves your love. Okay?
I feel that anticipation sets me up for an attachment. Can you comment on that?
We can look at that as deeper understanding. You are one who peels back the onion. One who looks at all the levels and understanding you can come to grips with. There are many though who are not at that point. Not ready for this. Many look at the world and do not see the world through colored glasses. They see the world as it appears in black and grey fashion here. In other words, dreary and dull. For those particularly there is a need to create anticipation, even create help at times. So that they will continue to move toward that finish line, not even knowing there is a finish line to move toward. So, we as the Ascended Masters, the Galactics, the Agathans, and all that, are working on this ascension process here, are all about creating this sense of anticipation to assist in helping continue to move those of you along. Move toward that finish line and not fall behind and struggle and slow and stop altogether. You see? Without the anticipation many would feel as if there is no need to go on. Does this make sense to you?
Is anticipation the opposite of going with the flow?
Not necessarily. When we speak of going with the flow, we speak of sitting back and letting go, letting God hear. Letting the light flow through you, letting the entire process of ascension take its course. But as you follow that course, while you are rowing the boat, going down the stream, there are times when you are going to take the oar and steer the boat. That is necessary. It is not the antithesis of this, going with the flow. It is a process of going with the flow along here.
In my experience of anticipation, it seems that if things don't turn out the way they are expecting, people are disappointed.
It depends on how you look at this. It can be that, but it can be what we are saying here, movement towards the finish line. A more creative process to move towards the finish line. To allow for everything to happen and take its course within you and be a part of creating that course. You see?
I have an opportunity to move to Texas. Any insight that will help me to come to a decision?
If you look around, there are so many people being moved into new locations, new homes, new states. This could be an opportunity for you. We are not going to say you should do it or you shouldn't do this, but we will say that this is a time when many people are being given a direction that they are moving to a new location. It may not make sense to them at this point in time, or there may be many reasons for it. We would say look at all your options and remember that when you move into your new vibrations, your new higher order, that all kinds of travel will be easy for you. If you find yourself in Texas before all of this takes place, remember that you will be creating ways to get back and forth to other areas of the world in an instant by your thought. Okay?
We would say go deeply within yourself. Ask the question to your higher God self. If you feel the tendency to move is because of money or financial circumstances and it does not resonate with you at the heart level, then we would say it is not for you. But if it comes to you from your heart level, as a whisper from your higher God self, and it feels right, then go through with the move here. Understand that this is a temporary process here. This is not something for years down the road. You do not make a move, and this is for all. You do not make a move to a new state, planet, solar system or whatever it might be, until it feels right to you. And knowing as you contemplate these movements that they are not going to be permanent, as Ashira has said, so much will open in terms of travel and this type of thing. The idea of moving all your things becomes a moot point entirely because you will not be moving in the future with boxes and furniture and all these things that you do now. You will be moving just yourself and a little box called a replicator. Soon you will replicate the replicator.
The city trims trees to keep them out of the street. The last time they mangles the trees, so I told them I would do it myself. As I become more aware of the connectedness of all things, I hate this. I apologize as I am trimming them. Can you help me?
Here is a situation where you let it be what it is. You have your connection to nature. You have your understanding of the higher vibrations here and what it all means, and you continue to have that experience. But don't expect, at this point, that you will convince others of your experience or of your understanding. Because they are not ready to understand that the trees have souls. Or that they have a consciousness within them. This is beyond most to grasp this. Look at that movie, Avatar, and you will understand what we speak of here. There were those who felt the connection with the planet. Those of the native civilization there who felt this connection. And there were those who wanted to mine and destroy the nature there. They did not see that there was a life force there. But at the end of the movie, what came forth? What came forth was the life force here. This is what is shown in this movie. Very good movie for grasping this concept here.
I agree fully with One Who Serves. More and more information comes out about families of trees. Families of biological elements upon the planet that are all connected, which is well depicted in that movie, Avatar. Do what you need to do, and as you apologize to your trees, assure them that you care about them. This is something you need to do to have a happy, healthy life in your community and not have any grief on your side. They do understand.
No more questions. Then we are ready to release channel here. We are in the process here of creating your next experience. We have begun the process of this, your next advance. We are in the process of creating this. It has already been established and determined at the higher levels what will take place. We are just coming to bring this to you. This is the beginning. What can happen? Based on the collective consciousness of the group at that time. Much can be created at that point. Much can be manifested. That is a key here. A little hint. Okay? Shanti. Peace be with you. Be the one.
I am Ashira. Thank you so much for being with us today and sharing with us the wonderful conversations you had with one another. Always, this is the time to look within and share without. It is good to share about the world. This has been an important week for the world. More and more things are coming from behind the curtain out into the world. We know that you are looking at your favorite sites and sources every day. We share with you the love that we have. We are beside you, walking with you, working with you, sharing with you. We know that at times it is difficult. We also know that at times, it is joyful. Come with us each and every day. Move through your life with a sense of joy. All of our love and peace. Namaste.